Alright everyone, so today's going to be a pretty cool day. I've got a special guest coming into my studio and I am excited to be meeting her again for the second time. So we're going to go live on Facebook and I'm going to try to edit this so that we can show some of that. But I'm going to my work right now and let me show you what it looks like. As you can see, I'm going down my hallway and I'm going to go to my studio. Everyone has a private room, and here's my spot right here. So I'm going to go live in a few seconds. My hair is a little bit wet, so I'm going to go under a hood dryer. And that's how I dry my hair when I come to work. And just chill out for a few minutes before the day starts. Hey everyone, Facebook, this is Scott Musgrave. I am live here with a client. And I just wanted to show you what was going on with the previous haircut that she got. Actually looks pretty good. So when I look at the hair, one of the things that I want to look for is how are some of the curls growing out, because as you can see right here, like this curl is a little bit longer and it was probably cut up a little bit shorter, but over time this guy's a little bit looser and is always going to be looser. So over time that guy hangs down really far. So what I try to do as a hairstylist is cut him or her a way shorter so it hides up, and then over time it kind of balances out, so it would be kind of more like this as it grows out. So we call that a spring factor. Every curl has a spring factor of looser, and look at this guy right here. That guy is really loose if you can see him, but it's kind of curly above it. So every one of these curls has a different form of spring factor. You can see that one's very coily, and then you can see over here on this side, this guy is really loose. So as I come around here, I can start to see the hair is cut up a little bit higher right here, and it comes down. So my job is, my client wants to grow her hair out, so we have to let some of these guys grow out over time and let this go over here by getting rid of some of the looser pieces. So as we come back around, oh my gosh, everybody, that is Sarah Waterlilly716. Do you guys know her? So what we're going to do is say, hi Sarah.
Hey.
Hey, so we're going to just have a little chat. So that was a fun way of talking to each other and talking to you. She just moved to the Durham area, what?
Like 3 months ago?
About 3 months ago. Mm-hmm. And where were you before that?
I was living in Dubai, which if anyone's watching who also follows me, they will know that.
So Dubai. So if you don't know, Waterlilly716 is a YouTube channel that you got to check out, and she's got a pretty good following. So how many people are following you now?
On YouTube it's about 18,000.
18,000. That's pretty huge. But you've been doing this for a while, so how long have you been doing it for?
Oh gosh. I started when I was in high school. It's somewhere around like 7 years or something.
So you're out of high school? You're out of high school now.
Yeah, I'm way out of high school now. I started back in high school.
She looks pretty young. So she's been doing this for a while, so that's pretty awesome for how long somebody's been doing it. That's the persistence. If you follow Sarah and if you know Sarah, I cut her hair a couple years ago, so if you do a search on YouTube for probably Scott Musgrave hair, it shows when her hair was like down to here, and we cut it up and had a lot of fun cutting it shorter. So this is my second time working with Sarah in a couple years, over a couple years. So it's been fun seeing her YouTube channel grow even more over time. So I asked her, bring in your favorite products, and she's going to go through some of her products in a second. So I always like to find out what people's culture, where they're from, what their history, what their lineage is. So if you don't know, I am Czech English. My mom was on the Czech side. My dad was on the English side. I think I got the curls from my mom's side on the Czech side, looking back over family history. And one of the fun things is I love finding out where my clients and what their history is. So what makes you up?
So people ask me this all the time. I'm basically a European mutt. I have Irish, Welsh, Scottish, English, and a little bit of German heritage.
All right, so I get a lot of German, I get a lot of English, a lot of Irish. You would think Irish are all red hair, but they're not. Some Irish even have tan skin tones. So that's cool. So that's what most of my clients are. The majority of my clients are very European, and I love talking about where people are from to find out more about what people are. When you understand people, you understand culture, you understand people. So, because my business is all around curly hair, but it doesn't have to necessarily be all about curly hair. I like to find out what people are, where they're from, and it's important to me to maintain people's history. So Sarah brought some products. You guys want to see what products she has brought with her? Because we're going to do a combination of stuff over time. I'm going to actually give her a cut first. So we're just going to let her hair grow out. Her hair is awesome. It feels really good. It's got beautiful curl to it. And you know she takes good care of it. So we're going to just trim this up to grow out better. So some people may not even notice that she got a haircut. But it'll just grow out better for her in the long run. So one thing, let's find out what product she bought for fun.
Okay,
So go
great.
ahead and So hey Denise, thanks for checking in. I see you and I see Carol Ann, and thanks for checking in. This was unannounced. This is totally on the spot doing some fun things that I normally do with my clients. I just wanted to show people that have never been to me what it's like. So sometimes clients bring products in, we find out what's good about them, what's bad about them. Can you show the picture that that you want your hair to be? And I'm a part of Curly Hair Artistry, and in our private page we were talking about, has anyone seen this picture? Our clients bringing it in, and I said no.
Okay, you're gonna show it.
Yeah.
So this is my haircut inspiration. I always think it's good to go in with a picture to a hairstylist because you may not be able to explain everything you want, but a picture is very appropriate for that. I just want to share this on my page real quick.
Okay.
Keep
Sure.
talking.
So, so Sarah brought in a picture off Pinterest, which a lot of my clients do, and the picture she showed me, which she said the curl pattern's a little bit looser and a little bit different, but it was long and sexy and beautiful, and that is definitely something that we can work towards. And you know, hair grows a ½ inch a month on average, so for hair to grow 6 inches, that's going to take over a year, because 12 months would be 6 inches, but curly hair curls up even more as it gets longer. Sometimes it gets a little ball of curl on the end that's like that's like 4 inches long. So it's going to take a good year and a half to help her grow this out. So that's why it's important for her to probably come in every 6 months to get it shaped up and to keep it healthy. So do you sleep with a satin pillowcase?
Yeah, I like a satin sleep cap and a satin pillowcase.
Satin sleep cap. Somebody asked me about a satin sleep cap just recently. So does it fall off when you're sleeping, or does it pretty much stay on?
Most of the time, if I remember to tie it tightly, it stays on,
So
and then I like the pillowcase for like a little extra insurance.
Backup. Cool. So you have a drawstring one that ties
Yeah.
up? Yeah, those work better than just the elastic band ones that usually always fall off. So I hear.
Yeah. And it's also a question of like what you're comfortable sleeping with. If the elastic bothers you, then there are lots of makers on Etsy and like different places on the internet where you can get like a really big one or one with drawstring, Velcro, whatever you want. But like you're comfortable while you're sleeping, so that in the morning you can wake up and go on with your hair routine.
Yeah, I would say most of my clients that have a satin sleep cap, they do the best with a drawstring one that you can tighten up. Because the Velcro ones and some of the other ones, everyone I've talked to, they fall off pretty easy. So does anybody have any questions? You can ask away on a question. And April, thank you. I see you. Hope you're doing good. It was good seeing you this weekend. Your hair looks great as it's even getting longer. So I don't know if you're going to get it long or if you're going to keep it short, but it was beautiful this weekend when I saw it. So you want to go over? You ready?
Mm-hmm.
All right, so I always talk to my clients, what do they use to cleanse their scalp with? That's part one. How they condition or hydrate their hair, part two. How they fill in the frizz and how they seal it up. So Sarah's been doing her own hair her whole life, and she's got a good routine. So let's find out. And she does what I like. She uses a variety of products because even when I cook, I have a variety of different spices. I don't have just one brand. So I like a variety, and we find out how they mix and match. So it seems like you like to do that?
Yeah, I definitely like to do that. It's a question people will definitely ask me, and I'm always like, it's fine, just mix and match.
You ought to see what she has in her bag. I get peeks of it, and it's kind of fun.
Is this okay?
Sure. What do you have?
So I have a jumbo container of Suave Essentials Strawberry Conditioner.
Suave Essentials Strawberry Conditioner. This probably smells really good.
Yeah.
So do you know if it has bad guys in it?
So this is silicone-free. I've been using it for years. It's kind of like a cheap co-wash alternative that we use on the forums.
All right, so I get asked all the time, and I don't have the time to keep up with less expensive alternatives, and there's nothing wrong with that. I just don't have the time or the energy to keep up with it because I'm doing what I can do with my professional versions. So this right here is a line that a lot of people use, and if you do a search on it, you'll find out that's what they use. So this is like a co-wash and a conditioner.
Yeah, it's a conditioner. If you had like hair that doesn't need a ton of moisture, you might be able to get away with using it. For my hair, it's definitely not enough moisture for like a rinse-out conditioner, but it's great for a co-wash.
Great for a co-wash.
Great
All
for a
right, so you know what a co-wash is. Glad you're growing your hair out, April. Your hair is beautiful. I can't wait to see it longer.
Yeah.
All right, so
So this is a deep conditioner that I like to use occasionally. This is the Obia Naturals Babasu Deep Conditioner. And this is also free of bad ingredients like silicones. Has a whole list of stuff it's free of. And yeah, I've been using this lately and it's pretty good. It's not too expensive.
that's probably backwards. Uh-oh. It's the way it goes on Facebook. So I've never heard of this stuff. So where do you get this?
I saw it on Curl Mart. I'd used one of their products before and liked it, so I decided to just try their deep conditioner, and it's nice.
I have to say it smells kind of
Rich.
decent. Yeah, it
Yeah.
doesn't have a strong fragrance smell, which I don't like strong fragrance smells.
And then the next product I might use in my routine is this Mop Top Bamboo Essence Leave-In Conditioner. This is from their natural line of products, and I've really been enjoying their products lately. They're very moisturizing, and this just sets me up well for the rest of my products.
All right, so they have a natural line, and they have, I think, another line, and I forgot what it was called, but the natural line is what a lot of people are liking. There's no bad guy ingredients in them. So this is a leave-in conditioner, like she said. A lot of my clients learn to leave some of their regular conditioner in and not buy a separate one. But sometimes you just rinse out so much. You want to make sure there's no product near your scalp. So this is a fine alternative to as a leave-in that may be even a little bit stronger or a little bit lighter. Just depends on how much you put in.
I would say this is definitely like a heavy leave-in.
More of a heavy
Yeah,
leave-in.
if you don't like a light one.
I got to try that myself. I think that would be fun.
Sure, it's nice. Then the next product that I have here is Curl Keeper, the original. This is like a serum product, kind of helps seal in moisture and prevents frizz. And if any of you guys have joined over from my page yet, you're probably tired of hearing about this, but this is a product I've also been using for years.
All right, so that's Curl Keeper. I have a lot of people that use this, and in the humidity in the south, they say this is a lifesaver. So we're going to try today an alternative to this, and InnerSense has something called Eye Volume, and this is almost like liquidy, almost the same viscosity. So we're going to try this and just see how it does today.
Okay. Then the last thing I have is the Jessie Curl Spiralicious Styling Gel, which you said was a cream-based gel. Has a hard hold. It comes in a couple different fragrances and does a really good job of pulling everything together and keeping my hair set for the day and the next day.
So this is Spiralicious from Jessie Curl. They were sold out, or they were out for a while because they had a hard time getting an ingredient, so they just came back out with it. And like she said, it's a cream-based gel. I use it as a sealer to seal everything up. So we may try this today, or we may try something else. But it's hard to find a cream-based gel, and this is like the best one I've found, because I haven't found another cream-based gel, because most other gels are clear-based. All right, so hey Kim, hey Carla, appreciate you guys chiming in, checking in. I'm going to start cutting on her, so we're going to take a little break, and we'll see how it's going. So, oh, wait a minute. Kimberly asks, you recommended Jesse Curl to me a while ago, and I really like it. Awesome. You still, I wonder if you still use it. Sometimes some people try something all the time different. Some people use the same 4 products like forever, and there's nothing wrong with either one. My job is just to give you safe alternatives that work on your hair to keep it in awesome shape. So, hey Nicole. So we're going to take a break, and I'm going to start cutting. I've got to go to work too later on in the rest of the day, and she's got to get back into her life as well. So I'll probably show an after picture and keep it as a picture, and keep an eye out for more information for the future with Scott Musgrave Hair. Bye.